Welcome. I'm Susan Leonti, and I'm the Digital Marketing Specialist at the Humane Society of Broward County. Now, I'm on social media, and I followed the Humane Society of Broward County before I started here. I also followed many other shelters and rescue organizations, and I know what I like to see on social media. So the first thing I did when I arrived was move towards more organic and more spontaneous content, because this is what I like to see. And we saw an immediate positive response to what we were doing through our followers' comments and through steadily growing numbers. But it wasn't until we posted a video of a dog named Linda that we saw what social media was really capable of doing for us. Linda was a 5-year-old, 113-pound dog that was severely anxious and depressed after being surrendered to our shelter. Carolyn Crane from our education department had made a sign for her kennel that let adopters know that she was starting to lose hope. This sign, combined with the despondent Linda lying inside her kennel, was something I happened upon when walking through the kennel. I spontaneously shot a video of the moment and combined it with the music that would convey the emotion of that moment. Well, this video received over 1.5 million views overnight and created a frenzy online to get Linda adopted. After a frantic 48 hours of adoption applications and worried fans, Linda went home with a family. But this wasn't enough. Our audience needed to see it for themselves. So we made a second video of Linda leaving the shelter and going home with her new family. This video also went viral. You know I love you so. This is when we started to see the power of storytelling and social media. Carolyn's sign, combined with a motion-driven and heartfelt video, created something compelling, and as a result, the audience becomes invested. An invested audience will always continue to come back because they need to know what happens next. Well, it didn't take long for our next storytelling moment to arrive. It was only about 2 weeks after the Linda phenomenon when our Bagle Mania ensued. This time the story was so big that it required half of our staff to tell it. I had footage being sent to me by our transport crew, our adoptions department, our volunteers, and of course, by Sherry Wachter, the VP of Marketing. Once again, our audience was drawn into our story and wanted, even needed, to be part of the story. Those who could adopt flooded us with applications. Those who could not adopt donated to the Beagle's care. And those who could not donate did what they could. They liked, commented, and shared our posts. Our audience wanted to see every detail of the Beagle story. They wanted to see the Beagles arriving at our shelter. They wanted to see us feeding the Beagles and bathing the Beagles. And of course, they wanted to see the Beagles get adopted. We gave them what they wanted, and in doing so, we became part of a bigger national and global rescue story. And if you have a minute, why don't we go? Since then, we've had dozens of videos go viral, which to us means it has been viewed over 1 million times. Although some would say anything over 100,000 views is viral, in which case we have even more viral videos. Why is going viral important? Going viral gets us attention, including global media features in outlets like MSN, Yahoo, Newsweek, and The Dodo. Going viral also brings recognition to our shelter. Going viral also equals overall growth, including a boost in adoptions, an increase in donations and support, growth of a global audience, and increase in awareness. Maybe most surprising were the videos that showed us behind the scenes caring for the animals that went viral. Carolyn Crane from our education department passing out treats, animal care washing the kennels, Sherry Wachter from marketing placing sleepover stickers onto kennel doors. It became clear that our audience wanted to feel a sense of closeness and belonging to our shelter, regardless of where they lived in the world. This was eye-opening because it meant that we were creating something of a global tribe of animal lovers. Our ultimate behind-the-scenes, all-access show is our weekly Tales live tour of the shelter, hosted by Sherry Wachter. Now for some stats. When I started, my goal was to take our current audience numbers and double them within my first year. This was no small feat considering it took 10 years to build our Instagram audience and 13 years to build our Facebook audience. And as you can see, we're doing pretty well. More social media followers mean more global recognition. It means more potential adopters, more donations and contributions, and more exposure for our services and our sponsors. In the last 12 months, over $35,000 has been donated directly through social media. So we've seen all this engagement, all this exposure, and all these numbers increase over the last 9 months. And this was all achieved without a single advertising dollar spent. So how do you achieve this kind of growth and publicity without spending a dime on advertising? Well, it's a very familiar concept. It's old-fashioned word of mouth. It's friends sharing with friends. But when your friend is musician Debbie Gibson and she shares your post with her 200,000 followers, and then her friend Megan Oppenheimer shares that post with her 400,000 followers, and then her friend Beth Stern shares that post with her 700,000 followers, and then her friend Kat Denning shares that post with her 5 million followers. Pretty soon, you have the attention of the dodo, who shares your video with their 28 million followers. Then you have what I would call word of mouth on steroids, and this is exactly what happened to us. That process repeated over and over creates the results that we've seen, which is unprecedented growth, loyalty, and a sense of trust, because word of mouth equals trust. And so, this is the essence of organic marketing. This is what we are doing here at the Humane Society of Broward County. Our audience is now a global village of animal lovers and rescue enthusiasts. We have followers from all over the world who comment in every language imaginable. And our shelter is considered by many to be the example for what other shelters across the globe should be and could be doing.